been a little while since we played this deck. If you haven't seen it before, this deck does a lot of sweet things. The first is that this deck has the cat combo, like was banned in standard. So Saheeli Rai plus Felidar Guardian is an infinite combo. You can also cast Eldritch Evolution to kind of find your Felidar Guardians. Heads up, Jeff. No 3 words will tune me in faster than creature toolbox deck. What's going on, Nicholas? And this deck can also, on the back of Lotus Cobra and Renegade Rallier, have some very, very explosive turns. One thing I want to think about while playing this deck is I kind of want to keep track of situations where having a Kiki Jiki in our deck would have allowed us to win the game with an Eldritch Evolution. I feel like maybe this deck should be playing Kiki. Hey, the Greater Aurora, thanks for the 2 months of memes, mediocre 7s into unkeepable 6s. Thanks for re-upping, I appreciate that, the Greater Aurora. As always, subscribing to the channel like the Greater Aurora just said that's the best way to keep me here full time, so I appreciate that. Yeah, Rallier is just a very good Magic card. Rallier is just a very good Magic card. Search for tomorrow. Okay, well, I mean, I'm really glad I have this Saheeli in my hand. So I'm definitely going to play out Lotus Cobra here. Do I want to evolve for anything in particular? Not quite yet, right? I think I'm just going Cobra tapped land. Yeah, so I'm just going to play the tapped land because I'm not going to use the mana anyways. Then I'll play Cobra. And then Saheeli will actually be pretty good against this deck. So for those of you that are new, this is a new card of Dominaria. It says your planeswalkers, you and other creatures you control have hexproof. So basically my opponent won't be able to kill us with Valakut triggers until they kill the voice. Yeah, someone top 8'd. It was, well, that's just a buck ton of mana. Always yes, always yes, always yield. So I don't think this evolution's really gonna do anything for me, right? Do I want... Now I'm just gonna get a tap land here. And then make some green mana and cast this. And then actually, next turn, this land makes a bunch of mana. We could just start activating her and start pushing, right? We could... So this is going to make 5 mana altogether, potentially. So we could activate her plus do this Eldritch Evolution. Don't Faltering Suns me. God bless. Yeah, just yeah, chat. All right, let's smash for 7 here. Smashy. And then we're gonna acidic slime them, and then we're gonna Eldritch Evolution a Lotus Cobra into a Felidar Guardian to blink the acidic slime. Oh baby, just getcha. Hey, Aligarth with the very generous $25 donation. Please give this deck list a couple of leagues first with vetting the sideboard. The green red shaman's perfect. I will get that added. Thank you for the support. All right, so we get to do this. So we get to Stone Rain them once. Hey, Shiggity. Thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. I know there's a lot of excellent people streaming on Twitch right now, so I appreciate you. But opponent, I was gonna Stone Rain you again. Come back, opponent. Come back. Aww. You're no fun. It's no fun. All right, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. Glorybringer. And Glorybringer is actually probably okay as just a beater in this matchup. Thragtusk's a little slow. Pia's a little slow. Reflector Mage doesn't do a whole lot. I guess Teeg is okay. He stops us from getting scape shifted. What's a good budget replacement for engineered explosives? You could just play like Path to Exile or some spot removal. I don't think Worship is good in a matchup. Yeah, that's perfect, Algarth. Thank you for the support. I appreciate it. I don't think Worship is good because our opponent can just gun down our board with their Valakut and then kill us. So I don't think Worship is worth bringing in. One of the things that I am noticing about this deck list, I probably want this, right? Spells and ability. Oh no, this is the other one. I kind of wish I had access to Burrington Forge Tender or Selfless Spirit or something like that to like protect my board from sweepers, but we don't, so I don't really have anything to do there. So I think I'm just gonna run it like this. I like that this deck is a little bit more explosive. I think this deck's probably the better of the deck between them in terms of like how competitive it is, Knight of St. Traft, but I enjoy casting Court of Calling more than I enjoy casting Eldritch Evolution a lot of the time. This hand is unfortunately not good enough. If this land made green mana, I would keep it on the back of these Oath of Nissas because Oath of Nissa can help us find more mana. But with that not making green mana, that's just going to be a mulligan. This hand's actually pretty good. I'm going to bottom a bird here. Oh, we're on the draw, right? Yeah, we're on the draw, so we'll top a bird because we get to draw it. I was going to say, this hand is a really nice natural curve. We get to go turn 2 Voice into turn 3 Eldritch Evolution for Avalanche Rider. Yeah, I think this build might be a little bit more competitive, but I think I enjoy casting the cards in the Resto version better. Yep. So opponent's got a Search suspended as well, so they've got a pretty fast start here. Yeah, I guess I'll just do that. Cast this Voice, pass the turn. Yeah, as a creature like generic beater, Resto is definitely a lot better than Felidar Guardian. But like, there's a reason why we only play one Felidar in this list, right? Like I was mentioning earlier, there was actually a configuration that played, it played a copy of, what's the word? I'm blanking on it. It played, no, attacking first or not is the same. It played a copy of, it played a copy of Kiki in the main deck that top 8'd the SCG Classic that seemed interesting. Get out of here, Justin. I didn't track her to set up Evolution into Slime because I didn't want to get Titan next turn. I didn't miss 2 damage. I attacked with the Avalanche Rider. Yep. Alright, we're dead, right? I'm just going to Primeval Titan us here. So I'm conceding here because my opponent got Primeval Titan and they pitched a Simian Spirit Guide to be able to cast it this turn. So Primeval Titan's going to get more Valakuts and more mountains. It's going to mow down our board. So I'm going to go ahead and run it back here. Yeah, so the pivotal 6 is kind of like that pivotal amount of mana. So if you can keep them off of 6 mana, generally speaking, you want to do that. I'm going to keep this hand just because it has the potential to be very powerful and explosive, and we really need to be explosive in this matchup. I don't think Eidolon's particularly good. They generally don't cast multiple spells in the turn, and we actually want to cast multiple spells in the turn a lot of the time, so I'm really only interested in Eidolon in matchups that it hoses, like Storm or Eggs. Yes, the upcoming Super Friends list is going to be the updated list from yesterday. That's a good pickup. Spirit Guide often indicates that they're playing Breach. I agree with that assessment. That's a good catch from what happened in that first game. So I get to do this. Always, yes, always yield. And then we can crack this fetch and cast a 2-drop this turn still. Huh. Tracker's just gonna draw all of the cards, right? We're gonna like make a bunch of mana and crack the clues next turn. Glorybringer was like a pretty quick clock, but like Tracker's gonna draw us a lot of cards that'll hopefully draw us into Disruption. Yep. Yeah, Eidolon has a much bigger downside in this deck as opposed to the traditional Kiki Chord deck, because Kiki Chord gets to play Chords and Restoration Needles and instant speed on your opponent's turn. Steve-O. But the problem is I'm so far away from comboing that like I really feel like I just want to do more than that basically in a turn. I'm gonna attack with both of these because they want to trade these. I'm fine with that. I'd be happy to trade snakes here. The old snake mirror match. All right, Justin, you can talk again. You can talk again. All right. Don't besmirch the name of women I love. Restoration Angel falls under that. All right. Besmirch, besmeach, whatever the word is. Whatever the word is. Anger, Through the Breach. These are all Sweltering Suns. These are all cards that end very badly for us. Well, we tried, chat. We tried. Maybe they don't have it. Maybe they don't have lethal next turn. Maybe they don't have lethal next turn, chat. Kid can dream, right? Gosh, the first game started so swell. The way these second two games played out, for reference for people that are considering playing a creature toolbox deck like what we're playing, these are average games. This matchup is very bad for us. Our deck, while it occasionally has a fast combo, doesn't do it super consistently. And the opponent's deck is very consistent at executing its slightly slower combo in addition to combining it with sweeper effects. So on average, that matchup's really bad for us. Don't worry, we've got 4 more matches in this league, so don't go anywhere. I'd like to say welcome to everybody who's hanging out here this morning. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I'm a full-time streamer and content producer here on Twitch. If you're enjoying my stuff, please consider subscribing to my channel. My subscribers are the reason I'm able to stay here and do this full-time like I do. I stream Magic 30 plus hours a week on this channel. You can also support my stuff by supporting my sponsors, mtgotraders.com. We'd love to buy and sell Magic online cards with you, and if you use code Hoagland PayPal at checkout with them, you'll save 8% on your singles orders there. CoolStuffInc.com buys and sells a lot of cool stuff, including TCG singles. Using promo code Jeff5, you can save 5% on Magic, Pokemon, and Yu-Gi-Oh cards with them. Mac Weldon provides premium men's clothing. Using code Jeff Hoagland at bit.ly/HoogleClothes, you can save 20% on your first order of premium shirts, polos, pants, underwear, all sorts of great stuff there. At any rate, we are heading back on into battle here. Got a few more with this. We're going to play a league with the Saheeli deck, and then we're going to close out the Magic portion of today's stream with running back the Bant Super Friends deck that we 5-0'd with yesterday. After we play Bant Super Friends, we're going to wrap up the stream as a whole today with a couple hours of Hearthstone. I've been playing a little bit of that, and it's been a lot of fun. So we're going to stream a little bit of it. This hand seems fine. This hand seems fine. Damn it, Justin. I just want you to remember, Justin, that you made me do this. Yeah, I agree. I like Spirit. I like a Selfless Spirit a lot in this archetype in general. He's just saying Restoration Angel is bad because he knows it's one of my favorite cards. Stop being mean. Stop being mean. All right, well, now we're just gonna play the Cobra this turn, right? Makes the decision pretty easy. They don't kill Cobra, we just get buku amounts of mana next turn. Fortuner is very good against burn. Opponent appears to be playing mono green Stompy, maybe. This is a deck list we've played on stream before. It's kind of sweet. It beats down really well. Yeah, Rallier's lethal. Another Lotus Cobra. That's lethal, right? I think that's lethal. Yeah, that should be lethal. No, I'm wrong. I have to think for a second. So we play this Cobra. Jeff, don't worry about him. Resto isn't as bad as Corticolic Birds of Paradise or Kiki Jiki. How is it lethal? I'm short of mana, right? It's only 5 mana. It's only 5 mana. Yeah, we could oath into lethal though. Oh, we can blink a land. We can blink a land. That's a sweet line. Yeah, we definitely have lethal. We can blink a land. Sweet. I didn't think about that. So that gets us... Oh, am I short mana now, though? Now am I short because I spent a mana? No, this is fine still, right? Because I blink this and then this untaps this land. Yeah, we're fine. We're fine. We still have it. Resto is a bad card. Donated $5. Damn it, Justin. All right. We got there. You don't have to blink the blue source. We have Oath of Nissa in play. Which lets us cast it with any... So for those of you that haven't seen this before, Felidar Guardian and Saheeli Rai makes infinite Felidar Guardians with haste, so we're just going to make enough Felidar Guardians to attack our opponent for lethal here. Slow and steady. I thrive on the sodium generated by opponents that make us click through our combo. I thrive on the sodium that this requires. I wonder if my opponent realizes that sodium's bad for their diet. You wanna spend what sodium that you intake on like French fries and delicious things, not on making your opponents click through their combos. Nivik. The Salt Command is A+, it really is. When our opponent, I'm not gonna overkill right now, but when my opponent makes me click through my combo like this and it's game 3 and I'm guaranteed to win, I'll usually just continue making tokens to run the clock out completely and then kill them at the last possible second. You see an Emrakul because Magic Online is quality software. You've left me vulnerable with all these salty people. This is game 1 though, so if they make me click through it in game 3, I will make just infinite Felidar Guardians. This a lethal amount of Guardians yet? Feels like a lethal amount of Guardians. This is 10, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. How are you planning on losing game 2? That's fair. All right, so Baloth is good. Justice and Explosives are good. I think Staticaster is very good. Slime is slow. Glorybringer seems fine. Reflector Mage seems fine. Tracker's probably slow. Saheeli's probably slow. This goes wide on blocking, which is nice. No, they're not AFK. They were typing in chat to me. Just for reference. Oh yeah, Worship's insane, isn't it? I'm gonna cut the Thragtusk since I'm bringing in Baloth. What else do I want to trim here? I need 2 more cuts. Yeah, that's exactly the type of matchup you want Worship in. Maybe Pia's not good enough. You're responsible for Nivik taking advantage of me in my vulnerable state. Alright, one more trim. I'm adding 6 non-hits on this Oath of Nissa, which is 10 non-hits. That's probably fine. I like that Reflector Mage buys us time. Maybe this Glorybringer is just too cute. Yeah, Witness might be too slow. I'm gonna cut the Witness. This deck doesn't have enough removal. I like Witness against aggressive decks when we have a lot of spot removal, but just Fiery Justice and EE really isn't that much spot removal. Nah, I think Worship is just too bad in too many matchups. Well, this is an excellent Hearthstone hand. Unfortunately, we're currently playing Magic, so we have to mulligan because we need some lands. This hand's like not exciting, but it's fine. No one drop is weird. The Salt command is quite excellent. I agree. So Vines of the Vastwood is awkward in that it doesn't give your creature hexproof. It says it can't be targeted by your opponent's spells or abilities, and since they control Vines of the Vastwood, it means my creature can't be targeted by my spells or abilities until end of turn. So it can delay my combo for the turn. Back in the day, Infect used to use that to stop Splinter Twin from getting them. So Vines of the Vastwood is one of those cards that was templated before Hexproof existed, I believe, and they just never updated it. Because it would functionally be errata, even though it kind of makes sense. Wizards of the Coast doesn't like to functionally change cards, even if the way they function is unintuitive and awkward. You get a Rancor going here, just another Tusker, sure. Now we have this Baloth in my hand, so I'm kind of sad that I don't have a Pia to go get out of my deck with this Eldritch Evolution. I guess I can just go get Renegade Rallier. Oh, well, now I get Felidar Guardian, then I just kill them next turn, right? Yeah, 10 out of 10. That makes life much easier. Kill you. I'm gonna blink my planes to bluff a path. They could have Dismember post board. I'm not going to block with the Felidar Guardian when they attack here because I don't want to get blown out by a combat trick. I am going to chump block with the Elemental though because I don't want to get killed by a combat trick. Nah, usually I just have Dismember. I don't think I've seen Beast Within out of this deck before. It doesn't mean they don't play it always, but I've looked at a few different Stompy lists. I don't think I've ever seen that card before. Oh. Enjoy the ride down, chat. Sit down for a little bit. So again, I'm going to chump block one of these, so that way they need 9 points of pump to kill us. But I'm not going to block with the Felidar Guardian, even though it's free, because my opponent could have pump spells to kill the Felidar, and I want to set up to combo them next turn. Just twin them on 4. Double Aspect is lethal. All right, do you have the member? How old am I? I'm 27, I think. Yes, 2018, I'm 27. It's a big boy. It's a big angry dinosaur right there, chat. Big angry dino. And we know they don't have Vines of the Vastwood because Vines of the Vastwood would have been lethal last turn. Glad to see you so early. Tafara, I'm going to be streaming this early consistently moving forward. So I've actually been live for 2.5 hours already. My goal is to be live by 10 a.m. every single morning. So, all right, chat, how many tokens should we make? What do we think? do you think? 10 minutes worth of tokens, 12 minutes worth of tokens. I'm feeling like at least 5 or 6 minutes worth of tokens here. $20, don't be a car. I only have 17, chat. I only have 17 minutes. I actually stopped teaching earlier this year. So yeah, I'm completely done teaching now. And the kids started daycare this week, and we're doing this full time. How much RAM is Magic Online using? All right, we're going to give Magic Online a restart. While I'm restarting Magic Online, I'll say thank you, everyone, for hanging out here this morning. Thank you for the salty bits, Nicholas Bolas. Remember, if you are enjoying the content, please consider checking out the sponsors in addition to my subscribers. The sponsors are the reason I'm able to be here full-time. InkedGaming.com would love to help you customize your gaming experience using code Jeff12. You can save 12% on custom playmats, mousepads, binders, and bags with them. Cardsphere.com would love to help you turn your Magic cards and other Magic cards or cash directly to their players. There's no haggling. They just take 1% fee off the top. And this stream is, of course, made possible by viewers like Anaronix, trolls like Justin, and, of course, Nivik and you. Thanks, everyone, for hanging out. If you are new and enjoying the content, make sure you follow the stream at the very least. Following the stream doesn't cost you anything, and it lets you know when I go live. I always try and put the names of the decks that I'm playing on a given day in the stream title, so that way you can know what to expect when I fire up. And if you can't catch me when I'm live and something sounds really sweet, be sure to check out my YouTube channel, youtube.com/Jeff Hoagland. 100% of my streams get archived there, and you can watch just the stuff that you care about because I cut them up by deck and by matchup. Boom! Oh no, salty bomb! Oh, the cup. I have the cheer cup set up bad. Where is it? Where's the cheer cup? The bits need to fall over me. Yep. So my goal is to do I'm going to be doing this basically just like a 9 to 5 job. I'm going to get on between 9 and 10 o'clock every morning, and I'm going to go until 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon. I thought this was a no justice stream. This hand's pretty good. It's got, Bird into Lotus Cobra into Stuff. I'm a big fan of Stuff. It's a margarita glass. Wasting away again in Margaritaville. That's a country song, right? I feel like that's a country song that I remember from my childhood. What time zone? I'm on cornfield time. No, I've got boxes of snacks here, so the way Twitch streaming works, for those that have never streamed themselves, if you take anything, even a 2-minute break, you lose 10 to 25% of your viewers a lot of the time. So I generally don't take anything more than a quick bathroom break mid-stream. So just snacks and quick bathroom breaks. Not a country song. It's a Jimmy Buffett song. Jimmy Buffett is kind of country music. I'm pretty sure that counts exactly as country music, actually. Rude. I liked my Lotus Cobra. It'll be a no justice. How are we ever going to have a drunk stream? Well, I'm not cutting all of the evening streams out. So I'm still planning to stream on every Wednesday evening. I'm going to be doing a stream because Christy goes out on Wednesday nights usually. And I will still be doing at least one weekend stream every weekend. So either if I'm home, either Saturday or Sunday night, I'll be live, depending on what my family plans are for the weekend. Premium malt beverages, we demand them. This is a sweep, sweep, sweep. That seems like an aggressive sweep there. Two years of Kiki Court, rants, and abusive MTGO relationships. New TCGs and memes. Here's to many more. Matt, man, thank you for the 24-month resubscription. I do appreciate that. Welcome, welcome, welcome back. I'm going to go ahead and cast this and just rebuy a fetch land here, I think. I just want to, like, work my way up my mana. It's a shame I don't have a 2-drop to pair with this, but this is the best we can do, I think. If opponent taps out for a Planeswalker next turn, we get to untap and combo them. Does streaming pay like a 9 to 5 job? It's pretty close. So my hope... Oh, they're not tapped out because it's Teferi. Oh, no. My hope is that by streaming more, I'll be able to grow the stream more, and then it'll eventually pay like a 9 to 5 job. It's like cheating on Resto with her sister. I think we're dead, chat. I'm not actually sure that I can beat this Teferi. I'm pretty sure we're just making them have it here, right? Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're just going for it and hoping they don't have Mana Leak or a Path to Exile. Do I just jam here? I feel like I'm supposed to just jam, right? Can I go slow? Am I in a position that I can go slow? Maybe I'm in a position that I can go slow with this Thragtusk and down this Acidic Slime. Alright, let's try and grind him out. Grinding out this Teferi is going to be impossible. Yeah, I think adding another threat to our hand means I can just try and grind them out here. Teferi does kind of wreck us if we go slow as this year. I think Teferi is actually good. He ticks a lot of the boxes you want to tick in Modern. And he fixes problems that these decks kind of have by being an unconditional sweeper. Or unconditional removal. Oath of Teferi. Oh god, I need a garbage. I'm gonna just. Sorry, I needed a moment to digest what had happened to us, and then literally digest a snack. So, you'll notice the first thing I reached for cutting are these 4 Birds of Paradise. Birds of Paradise is an easy cut against aggressive decks that are playing a lot of sweepers. They don't add pressure to the board, and they get caught up in your opponent's sweeper, so getting rid of them is an easy swap. And then add some Gaddock Teegs to prevent them from sweeping the board on occasion. Add some Avalanche Riders not only as a haste threat, but also as a way to pressure their mana base a little bit, hopefully. Add the Reclamation Sage to kill Oath of Teferi. We'll see. I could maybe... Yeah, I'm going to cut a Saheeli for a Sigarda, actually, too. Just like a big dumb threat that beats them down. Big dumb threat that beats them down. Man, hopefully the Super Friends League, when we run it back today, goes better. We've had a rough run of leagues this morning, chat. Oh, I left all my Eldritch Evolutions in. That might be a mistake. Eldritch Evolution's pretty bad against counterspell decks. I forgot about that. Maybe that's leaving this in is better. Probably should have trimmed 1 or 2 of these. I don't think we can trim all 4, but trimming a couple seems fine. Just gonna grab Breeding Pool here. Blame a Voice. That's actually pretty good against us. Because it means Voice doesn't make a token, which kind of sucks. I'm going to bottom that. We kind of need lands. Get to this Karanos. You should just always use the tool that's best for the job. Sometimes Windows is better for running specific applications. When you need proprietary applications, it's better to use the system that the proprietary applications run on. All right, well, I'm gonna do this. Oh, I actually can't. Damn it, Jeff. I thought I was gonna be able to evolution this turn, but I actually don't have a green land. That sucks. It's a little awkward. Just use this down tick as 2 points of damage. No, I didn't post it on Twitter. I'll tweet it when we start playing it today. It's also in the subs Discord. It's a Jace. If they don't unsummon here, they're dead. And you're dead. This card's really sweet. Can you believe they unbanned this card in Modern? Yeah, I'd play Jeskai with Teferi for a donation. Sounds like a fine deck. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Can you believe they unbanned Jace the Mind Sculptor, chat? What an unfair Magic the Gathering card. Just seems very unreasonable. I'm actually going to trim an evolution for a Baloth here. I just like, this card's pretty bad when they actually have counter magic to hold up. Jace is broken, Modern is dead. Yep. I mean, it depends on the context of their hand extras. Like, if they didn't have interaction and they wanted to just, like, get ahead on board, like, tapping out for the Jace there seems fine. So, what would I rather get countered here? Lotus Cobra or Voice? I think I'd rather Lotus Cobra get countered. So I'm gonna go ahead and lead on that. All right, I'm just gonna slam this acidic slime here. Survey says, ooh, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. Ooh, baby, baby. I wonder if I'm supposed to take them off the plains there so they can't path exile me. Oh, they're condemning me. That's scary. I could have prevented that too. Sure, you rest in peace. Missile land drop, missile land drop, missile land drop, rats. All right. So I'm gonna be conservative here and not play the Oath because we could miss on a land. I really just want to slam this here. I should have taken them off white last turn, I think. That was a mistake on my part. Dub Stone Rains on the play. Pretty decent. They have Negate in their deck? Weird. Okay, so punished for my sequencing there. For sure. Yep. That one can stay right there, chat. That one's gonna hang out right where it is. Nobody's touching that one. Do I even want to play the Felidar Guardian? They could have a counter spell, right? I think it's just like I'm more likely to win by just stone raining them again. Yeah, I think we're more likely to win by just stone raining them. When it rains, it pours. Yeah, but like if they counter us there, if they counter our Felidar Guardian and then untap and play White Source sweep the board, we lose the game, right? 100 bits for making it rain. Thank you for the bits. I appreciate it. Thank you. I guess I could have stone rain. I don't know. I think most roads led to Rome there. I think most roads led to Rome. I could have still stone rained them after they countered the Felidar Guardian, so maybe it's right to just wait or just jam it. I don't know. I don't think they had comeback mechanics at that point. And we'd have killed them even sooner if I would have sequenced a little bit better and like killed their planes first with the first stone rain. Hey, Rax and Pax, thank you very much for the Twitch Prime support. There's a lot of excellent people streaming on Twitch right now, so I appreciate you supporting my content this month with that. All right. So we'll lead on. This hand's a little bit slow on the surface, but Oath of Nissa can hopefully find us a Voice, a Lotus Cobra, a Bird of Paradise, something to do next turn, hopefully. We got to land dear opponent. What's wrong with you, Twitch chat? Don't you know you should always stone raid everyone? It's the Twitch chat way. Huh, this could go either way. Any of these cards are reasonable. I think I'm just taking Cobra. Just so I get to curve out. Now, I'm really glad we took Lotus Cobra. For those that aren't familiar, why? Arbor Elf generally means Ponza. Please stone rain me. Cometh at me, opponent. For I have a Cobra. Are you playing just bolting my Cobra here? Yep, okay. It's a good draw. To get all my basics out of my deck here against the Stone Rain. Against their Blood Moon deck. Actually, I'm just gonna bring back Lotus Cobra, right? Yeah, I'm just gonna bring back Lotus Cobra here. Rallier is so good. Such a powerful, flexible card. How's our Ponza matchup? I think our Ponza matchup's okay. Their plan of disrupting our mana generally isn't good because our deck is full of mana. So it's more like their fast Inferno Titan draws that are good against us more than anything else. Gorbatron with the $12 donation. Thank you very much. This is for Just Kai Tefri. Sounds good. Be happy to get that in the queue for later. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I get to Reflector Mage this Tireless Tracker next turn, I think. Then I can start beating in with both of these. It's pretty good, too. That means I can Reflector Mage two things, right? I can go... This is 3 and this is 3. Yep. This needs to get... a red source, so that way I can play Pia next turn, ideally. Does it? I guess it doesn't need to. Because I have the Lotus Cobra. Yeah, I'm not actually. I guess if they kill the Lotus Cobra, I'll be a little bit sad. So, Reflector Mage. The Tireless Tracker. And then I'm going to Saheeli Reflector Mage the Arbor Elf and then pressure them a little bit here. And I think we can probably run them down out of this game. I don't think they usually play sweepers in their main deck. Just like puts them behind, like they're generating card advantage with this Tireless Tracker. So I basically just want to like try and pressure them and keep their board off tempo to not let them leverage these extra cards that they've generated. Want to kill them before they have enough mana to leverage their card advantage. Oh, geez, they have a Bolt here. That's pretty bad for me. Nope. They just know that we're bouncing their thing anyways. God bless. All right, yep. I guess they could be bolting Saheeli here. Saheeli, whatever this card's name is. Turn on to 12. Oh, they're just cracking Clue. That makes sense. That makes sense. So they have Arbor Elf plus Tireless Tracker in their hand that we're aware of. And they have 4 cards we don't know. Felidar Guardian and Eldritch Evolutions are all lethal draws at this point because they combo with Saheeli. Both Saheeli and Saheeli are both in fact Saheeli. Yeah, they can't play Eldritch Tracker because of Reflector Mage. Pia their own's pretty good. Puts up a really solid brick wall here. Lethal. Rats. So... Scry. Deal a damage. Get that out of here. I don't think I want to trade this Lotus Cobra, but I think I'm happy shipping in with both of these. Ship with this, post-combat, go Shock, cast Pia, make some Thopter friends, the old mom and pop Thopter shop mirror. Wow, that's aggressive. I wonder if they have, hopefully this doesn't mean we're getting Titan next turn. I don't think we're in a position to beat a Titan. If they don't have a Titan, we should be in a pretty good spot. I think Titan's about the only thing I'm super afraid out of them right now. Hopefully it's just a tracker. Sweet. All right, but it's a pretty good spot, I think. If they want to pressure our Saheeli, we get to kill them on the backswing with our Thopters plus a sacrifice. What you got? I guess they could Stone Rain me off a red here, technically, right? We could copy Mage and kill them? Oh, yeah, that's true, too. That's true, too. Oh, they're killing my Pia. That makes sense. That's a good line. So... if I copy this, bounce this, they block 1, 2, 3, and then they take 4. Right? And go to 1, and they lose their board, and I keep most of mine. In. Okay. Pick it up. And then I'll have Revolt triggered so I can get something back with Cobra next turn. Or get something back with Rallier this turn. It says any target. So I assume they're going to trade with my Cobra, which means I'll get to Rallier back the Cobra. Oh, right. Just as Saheeli entering the bin triggers Revolt, right? I have no idea about the current state of Magic Online being bugged. Do we have them dead through an Inferno Titan? Maybe. Yeah, we do, right? Because they'd kill 1, 2, 3 plus the Cobra, and then we have 3 lethal attacker, or 2 lethal attackers. That is not how Renegade Rallier works. Good try, though. Good try. God, Renegade Rallier would be the nut if it could get back 3 cost things. It's already pretty good, but it would be like actually just the Nutter Butters if it could get back things that cost the same as it. Return of the Cobra. Yeah, Bonfire could get us here. Occasionally they've played that card in the past. My Pia died on their turn. So it would be really sweet if we could use Pia and Kiran Nalaar while they're in the graveyard. All right, so Justice is good. I don't think Explosives is good enough. Rec Sage seems fine. I guess Slime's pretty good because it can take them off their enchant lands. What do I actually want to cut? I definitely want Justice, and I think I want Reclamation Sage. So what are the trims? I don't think I want to go full Ponza. This isn't good enough. They usually just have sweepers on a ton of spot removal. I think Glorybringer's fine. Can kill their stuff. This is a game that's going to get grindy enough for Tireless Tracker to be good. Maybe Thragdad's a little narrow. He's a little expensive against the deck stone raining us. I'm not going to bring in the Sage. I think playing a lower curve with less clunky cards like Sun Titan is generally better, yes. Yeah, the Strawberry Shortcake deck looks sweet. I agree. Concur with your assessment. This hand's great. Does some stuff. Yeah, Staticaster could be okay. I don't know what I cut. There's just like so many things that seem reasonable. All right, what do you got? Well, this is 10 out of 10 of Fiery Justice turn, right? Cobra, kill your board. I'm gonna fetch a basic plains here. Is this good, chat? If so, why? Please explain. Sweep the leg. Get him. Get him. Arr, arr. What do we think of Voice into Eldritch Evolution for Pia and Kiran Nalaar? I left them in my deck, right? Yeah, that seems pretty good, right? That puts a ton of pressure into play. I think I just want to do that. So I'm going to attack with Lotus Cobra here. Maybe I should have done this pre-combat in case they're holding a bolt. Yeah, I think I'm going to do this and then just go get Mom and Pop Thopter Shop here. Well, it's way more than 6 power because Voice is going to turn into a token. If they have a sweeper here, we feel bad, but if they don't have a sweeper, we are going to put them in the ground very quickly. So what, we have 10, 12 power in play now. You killed my snake. Oh, I missed damage here. Blinking Mom and Pop was plus damage because it added 2 counters and it added Felidar, so I missed a point here. So they should be at 8. There are some instances where the game just locks up completely if you mulligan and have a leyline or a start of hand effect in your opener. So that's going to prevent Chancellor and leyline decks from being played until they fix it. This deck is sweet. Creature combo decks are great. You need a lot of neat lines. Had the anger of the gods. Yep. God bless. God bless us, everyone. 3-1 with Cobra Saheeli. One more match here. After we finish this next match, we're going to possibly run back Bant Super Friends. I need to see if MTGO Traders has stuff in stock. I need to make sure they were out of stock on Tefreeze yesterday, so I'm gonna go check that now while we wait. 3-2 hype, right? Ooh, they have Tefreeze. As of this moment, they've got it all. Sweet. So we're gonna play some Bant after this next match. We did make some changes. The next match has... I actually don't think this deck has that bad of a Tron matchup. So this variant is a better combo deck and a worse mid-range deck, whereas the Naya Kiki Cord deck is a worse combo deck and a better mid-range deck. So basically these creature combo style decks, they give up being super linear in order to have varying amounts of mid-range backup plan, and the different variations have better differing amounts of how good of a mid-range deck that they are. Yeah, so we made a few changes to the Bant list from yesterday. Added another sweeper, added another Nissa, added a detention sphere, cleaned up some of these 2-mana counter spells, adjusted the sideboard a little bit, added a Sun's Champion, added some Tireless Trackers, added another Baloth. So I'm just not a big fan of the card Collected Company. I'm also not a huge fan of like having a non-deterministic combo kill. Like your opponent can gain enough life that like the retreat cannot kill them occasionally. The old 3-1-0-0 pair up. Oh, Magic Online. Pancake Flipper time. I cut the 2 copies of Stony Silence. We're on the play, so I'm going to keep this. If they're playing something particularly linear, we're going to get run down, but this is worth keeping. Our top slot in the Magic streams. That's not true. Nox is ahead of us currently, unless he just signed off. I feel bad whenever I'm one of the top spots in the Magic streams because I can only assume someone at Wizards of the Coast gets in trouble when that happens. Smells like fish. We're gonna avoid fetching our blue sources if possible here. Never mind, they're gonna give us a blue source. So I'm gonna fetch Stomping Ground here, and then I'll get basic planes with this and cast Rallier next turn. Ooh, that was a mistake. I should have played the Flooded Strand to get basic planes there, just because it's the worst fetch and I knew I was getting that. Wizard runs to tell Chiad to get back on. They send out the Tron zones. Get him! Get him! I mean, do other games do officially sponsored streams? I'm actually not familiar. Reach, sure. I assume they're going to have a Lord coming in off of this turn. What's our quickest route to victory here? Oh, I guess I just go get... I'm going to fetch another tapped land here. I wonder if we just get Glorybringer? What do we think about getting Glorybringer here? I kind of like that. So I could go play Renegade Rallier, Rallier back, a fetch land, crack the fetch land, go get Glorybringer. I kind of like that. They have Trickster. They could have Trickster. Harbinger of the Tides only returns tapped creatures, so I'll still get my Glorybringer trigger if they have that one. So I think that's fine for us. Yeah, Harbinger I don't really care about. Yeah, I think I just go get Banger here and then smack him for 7 and kill this. Glory, glory, hallelujah. Balmy dragons blowing through ya. Do 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 do. I've enjoyed Kibler's Hearthstone content, Nivik. He's a really good content producer. God, they have the fucking Trickster too. What a tilt. So they get to diddle this. I can't block anyways, most likely, so I'm just gonna go ahead and smash with the Rallier here. But I think this tempo swing is gonna cause us to not be able to win this race now. Welcome to Standard, boys. I'm already at 14. I need my health total to be able to race. Although, yeah, we're just dead, right? Yeah, we're just dead. It's unfortunate. That's unfortunate. All right, we get some EEs and some Fiery Justice. Holly's not good. Slime's not good. Pia's okay. It's removal. Tireless Tracker is too slow. Do I want Karanos? Probably not. I think Rex Sage. I think these two are too narrow. Oh, Worship's pretty good, right? They don't usually play Vapor Snag. Some of these decks had Vapor Snag once upon a time, but I don't think they do anymore. Excuse me. I'm gonna trim an Evolution just because they have counterspells sometimes too. Dismember doesn't do anything about Worship. We should have plenty of creatures. Yeah, they might have Echoing Truth out of the board. It's a card they occasionally play. If we steal a game with Worship, I will board it out probably for the third game just to like play around Echoing Truth. Well, Vapor Snag causes life loss, Tom, not damage. So Vapor Snag beats Worship. They attack you to 1 and then Vapor Snag a creature and kill you. Because Magic's intuitive and easy to understand, damage and life loss are different. Hey, Jay Banks. Thanks for the Twitch Prime support. There's a lot of excellent people streaming on Twitch right now, so I appreciate you putting your Prime towards my channel this month. Welcome. I think I'm happy with this board plan. Let's see, we'll see. A Trickster is just kind of a beating. All right, Tom Don. I'm gonna give you a chance. Tell me in a few sentences why I should board in my Acidic Slime, my 5-mana 2/2 against my opponent's aggro deck. Plead your case. Use your words. I don't think Fish usually plays Phantasmal Image anymore, do they? Fish isn't really an archetype anymore, so I guess it's kind of silly to assume what they do and don't play. Fish has been pushed back to like the fringe brew section of it. It does in fact blow up lands, you're not wrong. Land is what we wanted there. So we get to play this Cobra out, and then next turn we get to go Foothills, Rallier, Foothills, Rallier. Maybe even a Fiery Justice as well. So Tom Don, I disagree with what you said there. Because basically you're doing what you did there, the comparison you made was this card's good when everything's going well for us. So basically you just said so basically you're like, well, it's good if we have evolution and if we have a 3-drop to go get it, and now we like spent an evolution that could be doing something else. I'm like getting a 2/2. Like, we don't care about their Aether Vials. The tricksy stuff the Merfolk deck does isn't what we care about. The thing that we care about with the Merfolk deck is keeping their board in check, and this card doesn't add to their board. It's effectively card disadvantage in comparison to the things that we actually care about happening. If you only look at cards in their absolute possible best case scenario, every card seems reasonable in most matchups. But that's not the way you should evaluate cards in matchups or in TCGs in general. You wanna evaluate cards as, what is this card doing in the average situation? And in most games, what does this card end up doing for us? Thraben Inspector is subtly powerful. I actually really like Thraben Inspector. Poor Thraben. Poor Thraben. He gets a bad rap. Blow up EE on 1. Huh. Yeah, that's kind of sweet, actually. I wasn't thinking about that, but especially with this Fiery Justice in my hand, I really like that. Like, hit you for 2. We put 8 power into play on turn. We put 8 power into play and killed both your permanents on 2. Go. It's a sweet 2/2. Looks like a sweet 2/2. We essentially cast a one-sided Eureka. Glorybringer. All right, please draw a fetch land. Rats, we're so unlucky, chat. We're so unlucky. If they want to trade for my Cobra, I'm fine with that. Like, they're just gonna get beat down very quickly. So, it makes it harder to cast these double red spells, but, like, if they're trading this off, they're, like, going to 10, and then, like, they're going to 2 the following turn, and we'll just beat them along with this Fiery Justice, so just get them. Yes, Nivik, there's a reason why Magic Online, in comparison to real video games, has a very sad viewer count. If you look under that, though, the viewers tend to drop off a little bit. Like, there's usually 3 or 4 with several thousand, and then there's lots of people with lower numbers that stream as well. Yeah, if we rip the second red source, they're just, like, way far out of this game. I've actually been really impressed with the amount of depth that Hearthstone gameplay has. Hearthstone feels a lot to me like chess in that it is easy to teach people the basics on how to play, but the game offers a lot of depth in the strategy that you can apply in it. And we triggered Revolt from this Oath of Nissa a second ago. But what you have to remember, TM Nelson, one, as someone who recently bought into Hearthstone, playing Hearthstone is cheaper than playing Magic, even if you're paying money for it. 2, some people really like grinding Hearthstone. Some people like playing with bad decks. Like, if you compare Hearthstone to chess, what is Magic then? Magic's really complicated to learn the basics of. Magic's a good game and it's interesting and there's a lot of depth and strategy involved in Magic, but to play Magic even at a basic level, it requires a lot of understanding and a lot of, like, when you teach new players Magic, generally you don't teach them everything at the same time, right? Like, you teach them little bits and pieces, whereas, like, I feel like I could teach someone everything there is to know about every basic part of Hearthstone and they can understand all of the details. And then as far as it comes down to, like, learning how to sequence all of your cards and what to attack and when, like, there's a lot of complexity and depth in that aspect of it. I start with banding. I'm doing well, Robert Ward. Yeah, I'm just gonna run it back. I think I'm pretty happy with what we did there. So, speaking of re-downloading Hearthstone, on Tuesdays and Thursdays for the next couple of weeks, I'm just seeing how it goes. I'm gonna be closing out my streams with some Hearthstone. We're gonna play for a couple hours. I've been playing on my tablet a bunch off stream. I've really been enjoying the game. I just started learning it. Yep. Yeah, I dumped $400 into Hearthstone and I have 8 decks built right now, which is like, you know, 400 to 8 decks. That's a pretty reasonable ratio. And I don't feel bad having spent that money. Like, I'm thoroughly enjoying the gameplay. This hand's just far too slow, right? Just like Double Forest is awkward. I guess it's like Oath of Nissa, the glue that pulls it all together. I think this is just bad. I think this is bad. What do we think, chat? Everybody knows that Twitch chat's a competitive advantage, so I want to know what you think. I want to know what you think. It does have a lot of potential, right? It's got like double Rallier. This needs a fetch land and a Lotus Cobra, though. Yep, I agree, Stampit. 2 mismatch forest keep. I think this is a mulligan. We need Cobra and a fetch land. I guess we have a lot of fetch lands. They mulliganed. If that affects anyone's decisions, they mulliganed. A more professional, a disciplined wizard would dump this into the sewer. That's true. That's true. Have people not watched my stream before? Look, I'm just going to give everybody the most real piece of advice you'll ever get about Magic the Gathering. You will never lose a game because you mulligan to 5 if you always keep 7. You will never lose a game because you mulligan to 5 if you always keep 7. When have we ever mulliganed into a good 6? That's a great point. That's a great point. When have we ever mulliganed into a good 6? So it needs lands and spells as often a sign of a mulligan, but the fact that we have Oath of Nissa to find one of those 2 things plus our draw step makes me want to keep it. That being said, my body's ready to brick and die. I am accepting of the fact that we could brick and die, chat. I'm accepting of the fact that we could brick and die. That is not a fetch land. We have found none of the things that we were looking for. Damn it, is there gonna be justice on this stream? Is there gonna be our opponent mulligan to 5? Hopefully their hand is bad too. We're very unlucky, chat. We're very unlucky. The land really isn't fine. I wanted a fetch land there so we could use Ralliers on 3. Of course there's justice, it's in your hand. You are not wrong. Okay, that's a destra. If they revealed a Master of Waves earlier. If they go Island Master, we're kind of dead here, huh? Fuck. That's technically not an island, I guess. We cannot justice this one. I'm gonna trade here because I need to turn this Fiery Justice on their tokens. I think I just want to do this and leave this here because it's only a 2-1 or a 1-1. Go. Master of Waves. And does that make me a Master of Waves? I'm immune to justice. Well, if they don't have a Lord here, they're only going to get to attack with this. Yeah, no blocks here. Going to 11. So, well, that's a pretty... I was gonna say, assuming we draw a brick, I can Renegade Rallier back Voice of Resurgence, but that is pretty far from a brick, chat. That one, right there. Don't counterspell me. Stop it. Stop it. You have bricks in your hand, opponent. Big old bricks. 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 Yeah. I wonder if the opponent is one of the 3 little pigs building their house of bricks. Schwag Datterson. Next turn we get to Saheeli to Schwag Datterson. Oh, baby. Schwag Daddy in the house. You know what's really good against the aggro deck? Gaining 10. Gaining 10. Gaining 10 is pretty good. We are not going to play that breeding pool because I do not want to give them Island Walk. Dismember. That's rude. Don't you? Why do you hate fun, opponent? Why do you hate fun? Trigger Revolt. Play Renegade Rallier. I think I'm just getting back Voice here. Just want to like try and kill them quickly before they draw a Lord and beat us down. Attack for 5 here. Try and close this game out. You got me. You got me. You have bounced 1 token to create a new one. Deal. Deal, Areno. I wasn't even sure if I wanted to attack anyways. I did not side out my cat. Nice Maze of Ith, right? Now, I think we just go get the cat, right? Right? We just go get the kitty? Go get a pretty kitty? Hey, Nicholas Bolas. Is there an MTG Goldfish equivalent to Hearthstone where you can see decks and stuff? There are so many good deck list things for Hearthstone. It's kind of insane. So many. All right, and now we're gonna sack a Lotus Cobra rather than sacking something else here. And I'm actually gonna go ahead and play this Renegade Rallier out and get a fetch land back. Actually, I can get Horizon Canopy, right? Yeah, I'm gonna activate Saheeli as well. We're gonna play all the angles here. Pretty kitty blinks the Saheeli, and now even if they can interact with our combo here, we get another voice token out of it. The way things played out. How expensive are the competitive decks? I built Tempo Mage for like less than 50 bucks. You can build a budget tempo. I built budget Tempo Mage that was competitively viable for like less than $5. I just bought the intro pack. There's a lot of really the way Hearthstone where you can only play 1 legendary works it makes the budget decks much better. All right, let's go get some Bant cards here, shall we? Just gonna wrap up Saheeli. Oh, I should do a wrap up on Saheeli really quick. I'm gonna order this stuff just so they don't sell out while we're talking. So Cobra Saheeli. I'm not a huge fan of worship in the sideboard of this deck. Worship in the sideboard of this deck feels like it feels a lot to me like Blood Moon in this style of deck, where the games I'm winning with it where I only won with it because my opponent had their deck built poorly, or they sideboarded poorly, or they played poorly. Like, it feels to me like a card that's only good at punishing people that made mistakes, whereas if players are playing well, it's never going to actually win me the game. So I'm just not a huge fan of that card in general. I definitely would want to try Kiki Jiki in this deck. I think Kiki gives you more lines to combo people a little bit more consistently, and because this build of the deck is a little bit more combo focused, I think that's fine. I wouldn't even change the mana base to add Kiki, I don't think. I think between Birds of Paradise and Lotus Cobra, you can probably make triple red a lot of the time when you draw him. Yeah, and the biggest thing too, like, when you budget a deck in Hearthstone, if you're missing the legendary, you're only missing one card out of 30, right? So, like, if it's not like the even or odd card that changes how the deck plays at the start of the game, it really isn't that big of an impact. All right.